this video. Today I thought I'd show you guys my favorite art supplies. I've honestly been wanting to make a video like this for a while. All the supplies that I'm going to be showing you guys I have been using for years now, so I thought I'd give you guys a little sneak peek at what I like to use on a daily basis. It's also a little windy today, so if you could hear the wind in the background, I'm sorry, but okay, let's get into it. The first thing that I want to show you guys are these watercolor markers. My sister gave these to me a few years back. I only recently started drawing with them on a regular basis, and I really like them. The past few years I've been using them a lot just for journaling, but I recently discovered that I really like drawing with them. They're very nice to just go in and color in pages and sketches really quickly, and because they're water-based markers, they don't bleed through the other side, so it's really nice. They are double-sided. They have a brush tip and have a fine tip. The only thing I will say, they are way more streaky than Okuhara markers. If you don't mind it, it's really good for just quickly coloring and stuff. Next thing that I want to show you guys are my micron pens. I got these 5 years ago, so I've had them for a while and they have yet to run out of ink on me. I swear it's like a bottomless pit of ink. They're pretty versatile. They come in a bunch of different sizes and I use them at least once a week, so I think they're really good. The next thing that I have on my list are these little chip clips. Yeah, I like them a lot. I just use them to clip down pages of my sketchbook whenever I draw, because sometimes when I paint, the paper will start to lift and this just keeps them in place. I use these chip clips mainly because I tried to get the, the silver ones. I don't know the proper name of those clips, but you'll see a lot of traditional artists using them, but they're low-key kind of expensive, so I started using these instead. I got them at Marshalls or TJ Maxx for $3, and they're not serving their original purpose, but they're serving a purpose that suits me, and that's all that matters, and I really like them. They're also really cute. The next thing that I have on my list are acrylic markers. I personally use Posca brand and Artex. Posca markers I bought with my own money, and the Artex ones were gifted to me. Artex kindly sent me them, but I would buy them with my own money, if we're being honest. I honestly love acrylic markers in general because I think they're very fun and easy way to just get really bright and vibrant colors on your paper very quickly. They dry quickly, you paint with them quickly. I just like getting stuff done quickly whenever I'm drawing, which is why I really like them. I feel like they're also pretty versatile. They give a nice clean look to your artwork depending on how you use them. In terms of comparing the brands of these markers, I would say they're both good for different reasons. I personally like Posca more for laying down flat colors. I think they just dry way more smoother than the Artex markers, but for the Artex markers, I really like them if I'm trying to make something that looks a little bit more painterly and I'm just trying to blend while I'm coloring. I think this is better. I would also say these Posca markers last a bit longer. I've had them for 5 years now, and only a few of the markers have run out on me, and those are the colors that I really use all the time. Other than that, all my other colors, I've had them for a very long time and they work just how they did 5 years ago. The Artex marker, they also work fine. Some of the colors feel like they're already running out and I've only had them for a year, so that's something to take into consideration. But Artex markers has way more color variety than Posca markers do. Overall, I think they're both solid brands of markers, and I think acrylic markers in general are just great. Next thing that we have are my mechanical pencils. Just the Papermate mechanical pencils. Honestly, you could use any mechanical pencil when you're drawing and you will be fine. I just use this brand because this just happened to be the brand of mechanical pencils that I bought when I was in high school. I still own them. I've had these things for years and I still have backup lead, so I just fill it up whenever it runs out. I like sketching with mechanical pencils just because I personally like how it looks. However, I do want to kind of transition into using colored pencils more often because a lot of my favorite artists use that a lot in their work, and I kind of just want to start emulating what they're doing. Mechanical pencils, these are some of my favorites. I use them every time I draw. And I guess that was kind of a perfect segue because the next thing I have is colored pencils. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I used to be like an avid color pencil hater. They're still not like my favorite thing on earth. I don't think I will make a drawing that is fully in colored pencil anytime soon. Recently I've been really enjoying just using colored pencils to make random little details and artwork and just doodle with them. It's been fun just experimenting in my sketchbook. I've had these colored pencils for so long. I got them I think before like high school even. It lasted me for so long. I can show you. Honestly, you could use any color pencils and you'll be fine. I specifically use the Prismacolor ones because they're pretty popular. A bunch of people recommended it to me and then I used them myself and I like them. In comparison to like regular color pencils, I would say these are like way more smoother. They like blend really nicely. I believe they're also oil based and I don't know, they just look really nice. But I've been really enjoying using color pencils in my work just to add random little details. The next thing that I have for you guys is a kneadable eraser. Like honestly, these are like one of the best inventions out there. If you are sick and tired of dealing with like eraser shavings, then you need to get this. I've owned this for forever, honestly. It still works perfectly. Honestly, you could turn it into any shape that you want and you could either tap it or rub it on your paper and it will either fully erase or lighten up any sketch that you make using a pencil. So convenient. I don't even think they're that expensive, and if you don't use them, I feel like they'll basically be working for like forever. I guess now we could get to the sketchbook part of the video because I draw in my sketchbook all the time and I mainly work with traditional mediums, so I always have a sketchbook on me, and I've personally been gravitating towards the Talens Art Creations sketchbook. Yes, I really like them. I've filled out like 2 of them now and I have 1 more of them which will need to be filled out soon, but I really do like them. I wouldn't say they're like the best sketchbooks out there, but at least where I live, they're not too expensive and they serve its purpose pretty well. So I have like this mini version and I have this bigger standard sketchbook size version. I first bought them because it was on sale, and ever since then I've been using them all the time. I like them a lot because they feel nice. It's like a fake leather material, I guess, and they come with a little band to keep your sketchbook closed. They have the little ribbon so you could keep track of where you left off. The paper is also very smooth. There's little to no texture on it, and I personally work a lot with markers and just pens, so I like working on smooth paper. Not work for everyone depending on what you're doing. If you like to use a lot of watercolors, this would not be the sketchbook for you. It will buckle. It could take light washes of paints, but nothing too intense in here. And the paper is just, it's thick enough to like take like acrylic paint. I have so many pages where it's like to back paint. Wait, let me see. There's paint, like this page is fully painted, and then this page is fully painted, and this page is fully painted, and the sketchbook is fine. The pages are fine. Not incredibly thin, not incredibly thick. It's like the perfect thickness to just quickly sketch and stuff in. The pages on the sketchbook are also very yellow, so you should like take that into consideration if you ever do consider getting this. When I first started using this sketchbook, it kind of bothered me a little bit because I had been so used to just using like stark white paper, but now that I've been drawing in it for a while, I don't know how I used to draw on paper that was that white. Like it's kind of intense. Oh, I like this sketchbook. It takes most mediums well. It's not too expensive, and they come in a bunch of different colorways, and these are the sketchbooks I have been liking to use so far. Next we have this little thingy. This is a pencil grip. I use it mainly for my Apple Pencil because I have wrist issues, and like just using this pen alone makes my hand cramp up really bad and it's really uncomfortable. So I use this so that it feels much more ergonomic when I'm drawing. Honestly, it helps so much. I really do enjoy it. Not too big on digital art, just personally because I don't think I'm that good at it, and I also just prefer like the tactical feel of like working with like pen and paper and paints way better than just kind of like drawing on glass. But whenever I do work on my iPad to create stuff, I always have this with me. I'd say that is about it for like the supplies portion of this video. I have a couple more things that I want to share, but it's more like art tips and like art resources. So let's get to that. So we could start off with this notebook. Well, this sketchbook, that's what it is. This is my ugly / learning sketchbook. I have been using this specifically as a place where I will sit down with it for 10 to 15 minutes a day and do some intentional drawing practice. The groundworks, the foundations of drawings, that's what I've been doing in here. Basically, I'm just working on things that I'm not good at, and because I'm not that good at it and I do need to brush up and learn, that means that a lot of the drawings in here are simply not going to be pretty, like at all. It's really nice to have a sketchbook where I could just kind of draw for the sole purpose of learning, know that you just like create freely in here without the pressure of having others look at it. I personally post like a lot of the art that I make on the internet. So whenever I do draw, there is this kind of like pressure in the back of my mind that like it has to look nice because I am showing it to others. But ever since I've started doing this daily practice and using this sketchbook that I don't want to show anyone, at least not until it's completed. Sketchbooks in general are meant to be like safe spaces. They're not supposed to be like curated and look like works of art, even though they often do on the internet. We like to like present like pretty stuff when we show it online. But I've been using this sketchbook as a genuine sketchbook, like how it was meant to be used, and I've been really enjoying it. If you also post your art a lot on the internet, I think you should get a separate sketchbook where only you will see it. Keep it all to yourself, and it could be as ugly as you want. I think it will help you a lot, especially when it comes to learning, because a lot of times I would find myself wanting to try something out in like my regular sketchbook, and then I was like, oh, what if it looks ugly? And then I'm like, if it looks ugly, it's not gonna look nice at the end when I make a sketchbook for, and there's just gonna be a bunch of pages that look ugly because I was drawing something I wasn't comfortable drawing. And you know, it's like a whole cycle. Get yourself a ugly, private, only you can look at it type of sketchbook. I promise you, you will learn a lot and improve. Last but not least, I want to share with you guys this YouTube channel that I have been using as a resource called Proko. They have like a lot of like drawing tutorials and exercises and just like resources in general on their page that are really useful to like, I say, beginner artists, and not only beginner artists, like people that have been drawing for a long time and just kind of want to brush up on their fundamentals. They also can bring a lot of artists onto their channels, so you just get exposed to a lot of other talented people, which is good because I end up seeing a lot of artists that I probably would have never interacted with or sought out on my own time. I personally have been using like this feature that they have a website, and on there they have a bunch of figure drawing like exercises, and it's been really nice, especially to use in my ugly no eyes sketchbook. I've been using it to like practice, and I've been enjoying it. I mean, some of their things are paywalled, but they do have like just a lot of free resources that you could use that I think are very, very helpful. And yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that like I made sense. I feel like I was rambling a little bit, but yeah. Those are my favorite art supplies. Those are the things that I use on a daily basis and just make the drawing experience a bit better for me. If you got this far, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like, love. And yeah, that is all for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye.